Artistic Gamer 7, and I'm here with July's vlog, which I'm actually gonna have it out earlier than the very end of July. That's an accomplishment in my book. um, anyway, I actually have quite a few things that I've been thinking over the past few weeks or so to do for vlogs, but I want to set them out for individual ones, and usually something else comes up that is more urgent than the other things. Like last time it was the fact that I was going away on vacation, and I wanted to stress that out more than anything else, because otherwise if I waited till after my vacation there would have been no point. But anyway, now that that is over, one of the things I did want to mention, I wanted to go in more detail why I don't always get videos as often, and go in more depth about that. And because like some people, either all they have is like they're starting when they're in high school, or they're currently not in college when they start their YouTube, or when they're doing their YouTube, or they've eventually gotten so far that they actually have YouTube as their job. I have not made it that far, and I'm also in college, and I also have a job, and my job is technically part-time, but I work anywhere from 25 to 34 hours a week, and to some people, yeah, that's not much compared to what some people get. Most people get for like full-time is around 40 hours or more. But there's a lot of other things that go into factor, especially during college, like spring and fall. I have college alongside work, so that doubles up during those times. The summer, usually I get to have a little bit more time. This recent time, actually, though, like the store's been going through quite a few changes, and recently our store manager stepped down, and probably is eventually going to completely quit. But either way, we don't have a technical actual store manager as of right now. We apparently have someone who's going to take the role, but that's still another like week and a half away before she steps into the place. And then even after that, she's going to travel to go train for a week. So we still technically will not have a store manager then, and we're only relying on 3 managers. I am one of them. There is rumors that a second manager, is quitting, but there is no particular for sure definition on that. So who knows, it may just be 2 of us here in a moment. But yeah, and then also the store that is the next one closest to us, it's like 30 minutes away or so, also was down quite a few managers. So some of the managers, I didn't have to, particularly because I live even further away from that one. But some of the other managers were having to go down to that store and work, which means that the ones who wasn't working down there had to be at our store. So like my hours were a little bit on the higher range more than usual. Typically as my position gets closer to around 25, lately I've been staying closer to 30 or more. Granted, nice paychecks, but no time to do anything else. Another thing that I've never really mentioned is the fact that my family comes into play a lot of the times. No one in my family actually knows that I've started a YouTube channel, and some people may ask, hey, aren't you 22? Why does it really matter? It doesn't, but at the same time, if you knew my family, they will continue to talk and talk and talk and be like, have like hour-long sit-down conversations with you on why you shouldn't do something, or why it's wrong, or why it's not safe. And after my mom passed away about a year half ago or so, my dad especially is like super paranoid, and I still live with him, but he's like always afraid, and sometimes that gets away, and a lot of other things. Like I can't hang out with friends as much as I want to, and again, it's like, hey, you're 22, yes, but the way I was raised and the fact that I'm still living with my dad, it's still harder to just say, hey, I'm going to go hang out, no matter what you say or do. So I still try to respect that into some light. Also, a lot of times my dad says things like, you're all I have now and all that stuff, and that sometimes really gets to me, and I'm like, really don't want to hurt him or anything like that, and so that sometimes plays, but I don't really want to mention that I have a YouTube to them just yet. Eventually I probably will, if it gets to the point where they actually can see that it actually is going somewhere. I think at this stage as it is now, even though 32 is a small number to most people, it's a huge number to me. To them, it still probably wouldn't be enough to be like, hey, it's normal, it's okay that you're doing this. I think it's sort of neat. As of right now, they'd still probably be like, what the heck, why are you doing this? Why are you putting yourself out to the whole internet to see and all that stuff? And honestly, they still probably will say that to some extent whenever I finally do tell them. But as of right now, I don't really. They know I do artwork videos. They do know that much. They know I put artwork videos, but they don't know anything with my face or like a webcam or gameplay. Any of that stuff that I'm uploading. They just think it's just my artwork videos without my face, without my voice. And that's all they think it is. And even though I think my dad's the only one who really knows about that, because half of my family doesn't really ask about that type of stuff. But anyway, so, I mean, that's another big factor, so I can't just be like, hey, I can't do this right now, I need to go record, or, hey, I'm recording right now, give me a moment. I don't say that stuff, I just put my recording on the side and go and do whatever, or go and talk, or whatever it is. So I will admit that half of the time, recording videos and editing videos and anything with my YouTube is usually put to the back end of like everything. Like family, friends, college, work, a lot of other stuff usually is put in front of YouTube. Though I don't want it to be like that. I really don't, but for one, school is important. To work, as of right now, I need money. Especially since my air conditioner, I believe, is broke, and it is hot in this room. Real hot in this room, and I'm gonna have to buy a brand new air conditioner, because this ain't gonna be happening, and the fact that it's July. Of course my air conditioner breaks in July. Yeah, so I mean, like, that's more in depth, but also with work, I'm one of the people that I usually always am like, yeah, sure, I'll come in, you need me, because half of the time there's no one else that can come, and I know this. So I probably go in a lot more than I would have to, but yeah. And then when I do actually, what annoys me though is when I do start saying no or something, sometimes I can tell people get annoyed when I start saying no, and I'm like, really? Because I've come in before so sick, and I may have actually mentioned this one time before, but one time particularly, I came in so sick, like I was in so much pain, and it was pain that I compared to when I got ran over by a four-wheeler. And I was crying on the way home. And I'm not someone who cries very often. I really am not. But it was just so much pain. But I came in, I drove 45 minutes there, stayed for just an hour, drove 40 minutes back. I could have stayed longer, but I felt too bad to stay longer. But anyway, did that just so that someone can have a break. Because they're technically supposed to have a break after you work so long. And I did that just so someone can have a break. But if I wanted to try to ask someone for the same thing, I probably couldn't get it. So I've had to take working breaks before, which I didn't know was such a thing. I don't know if maybe I was told wrong, but anyway, I was told to take a working break, which means you don't technically clock out, and if your associates need you, you have to come from eating or whatever you're doing and come back out to the store and help them, because you're technically still working, but you're also on your break. So, but whatever. I do whatever. Sure. Get it done over with. I don't like hearing people fuss. It's a big thing. Like, some people think I'm just easy to say, like, I don't say no, or I don't want too easy of a pushover. It's honestly not that. I could say no. I could be like, fuss back or whatever. I just don't want to. I don't like hearing people complain. I really don't. So I just sort of like, yeah, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Whatever. And when people like say stuff about me, I also don't care about that. But yeah, that was sort of off train of thought. But I'm hoping to actually record a lot in the next like few weeks. I don't have my schedule for next week, though I just think it was sent to my phone, but I am not currently checking it. But I see a message come up with a picture from a coworker, so I think I actually now have my schedule. But I'll hopefully have some days, like less hours next week, and I can record. I'm hoping to record as much as possible before mid-August, so that I can be prepared for the fall semester. At this point, I haven't even signed up for classes yet. So who knows, I may not even have classes next fall. Because, yeah. But yeah, I'm going to record after this. So that'd be some videos. I'm gonna go record some Paper Mario. Probably some Sims. Don't know if I'll do anything else. Sims takes a really long time to record at times because so much gets edited out of Sims. That's the only, well, not the only problem with recording Sims, at least for me. But, I mean, that's the main problem. It's like, you can sit there for an hour and a half and only get 30 minutes, which I try to go for 25 to 30 minute videos with my gameplay videos. Which I'm thinking about making my Mario Party ones just a tiny bit longer. Just because it actually is a bigger, longer game. But anyway, either way, Sims, you can sit recording for a long time and not get much at all. So that's the only thing about Sims for me, and that, well, again, not the only thing. My recording software also seems to really not like Sims either. As if anyone's actually been watching and keeping up with my Sims videos, probably could tell by now. But, anyway. That's where I'm going to leave this vlog anyway. I wanted to go more in depth and explain things a little bit more. I mainly just reiterated some things and then added the whole family thing. And again, some people may be like, why? That's a stupid reason not to record as much, but you're not in my position, so I'm just trying to explain it the best I can. And I am horrible at explaining things. So, but anyway, yeah, that's a thing with me, but eventually I will tell them. I will eventually, but again, I want it to get to a point where it's like higher up than it is now, so that even if they do say something, I'd be like, hey, I've gotten this far, why should I stop now? But I'm going to leave it here. I hope you like this little vlog. I don't really know. It was more of a serious note in a way. And I'm not normally a serious person. Not at all. But I still hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the like button. I can't shut up, phone. I can't do outros. But I try. Anyway, subscribe to see more vlogs and all my other gameplay videos and other extra stuff. Every once in a while I add extra things, and eventually my artwork videos are coming back. Eventually. Seriously, eventually. I do take photos of a lot more artwork that I have recently done, that I haven't done in a while, including, I will give you a slight sneak peek of one of the things I've done recently, because it is really close. I'll be right back. I've already had a video specifically for like my shelves that I display my amiibo collection on, but of course they're growing. They're not growing quite as fast as they used to. The amiibo craze is not as big, but I do still buy them. I still make shelves for them. And this is a shelf. This will be in a video eventually. This is actually for my Splatoon characters. I don't know if you can see it very well. But yeah, my artwork videos eventually will come back. And when they do, they're still only going to be like once a month or once every 2 months when they finally do come back. But yeah. Subscribe to see those though, so that you can see my artwork when it does come out. But anyway, the link to all my vlogs, if you want to for some reason watch them, is going to be in the description below, along with my Twitter. That's about it. I actually will leave a list of my... I also will actually leave a description of my playlist for My Sims and my Paper Mario, because that's going to be the two main ones that are going to be active right now. I am planning on recording a new game very soon, so I'm hoping to try to get Paper Mario finished very quickly soon at this point, so eventually that new game will start showing up. And Yoshi's Woolly World, I've decided not to really worry about recording it. If you would like to see Yoshi's Woolly World finished, leave a comment below to let me know. And if you have any suggestion for games or questions or something like that, just leave them in the comments below. Whatever. Doesn't matter to me.